One, we're live.
Hello, everyone. My name is Valdrin. I'm the senior analyst for Being Crypto. So today with me we have Ankit, who is our trader and community manager. And my camera isn't working today, so I apologize for that. But my microphone is, and I can still share my screen. So basically, I can do the same analysis, just that you won't be able to see my face. So yeah, today we're just gonna do a quick market review slash market update because there hasn't been that many movements since our last um, session, which was 2 weeks ago. So basically, this candle here. So yeah, the past 2 weeks we've had like just this movement, which obviously isn't anything. So yeah, I mean, just a quick overview since I already did the long-term outlook. So my long-term outlook is the same. I do think that the price does break out from here because it's the second time it's touching it. And my main thing is this close right here. So we've had an absolutely massive bullish candlestick here with the highest close of the year. Then we had the new yearly high, and yeah, sure, the price hasn't broken out yet, but I don't know if this were to lead to downward movement, I would expect a candle like this one here. So basically, I would expect this extremely sharp rejection right the next week if this were a reversal, and we're not having that. So I don't think that'll happen. I mean, honestly, this occurs most of the time at like a strong area. So the actual all-time high, so whenever it's a reversal, it's usually followed by like a massive drop. Same here, massive drop. Yeah, most of them. I mean, this one had like a week of delay, but it wasn't followed by a large candlestick. There were like several small candlesticks followed by eventually a large one. But yeah, the only thing which worries me is this bearish divergence here. I mean, I really, I really trade divergences a lot, and I don't want to just ignore a big one such as this, but everything else points in the bullish direction, so I guess I will ignore it. And yeah, but okay, so now the more interesting and pressing movement to me comes from lower time frames. So basically, we do have the daily time frame here, and here I think will retrace a little. Again, we do have this same resistance area here. And the reason why I think we will retrace starts from this candlestick here. So we have this pretty big bearish candlestick with a really long upper wick. And then yesterday we had another candlestick with a long upper wick. So basically, anytime you see all these wicks at resistance areas, it means that there is tons of selling pressure there and a probable reversal in that time frame is expected. So yeah, and also as you can see, I mean the closes are getting lower and lower. Basically, we went from closing at what was this 31 in 150 to like lower and lower. Even yesterday's close at 3400 is almost at the same level as here. So basically, all of these wicks to me, they say that this will eventually break down. Also, we had this bearish divergence here, which hasn't yet led to a significant decrease, but which I also believe that it will do the same thing soon. And yeah, so if we do have the decrease, I mean, first level would be here at 28,950, and then the next support level will be at 28,150. Now, wait, okay, sorry. So here what I'm seeing in lower time frames is this sort of parallel channel here, and Honestly, just because of these wicks, I can't really tell if it's up or down, but I mean, it could just be a horizontal channel. And here, the movement late night yesterday to me is quite bearish because we just had a throw over upwards and price went down. So basically, I really think that's a small ABC here. And now we're going to just move down and crash from here. Kind of makes sense. We probably have even more confluence, like we measured that first move. Here, I mean, I'm guessing this goes to the 161 then. Yeah, taking us at one of these levels. So I think it's very likely that Bitcoin does break down. And okay, so I'll move to Ethereum real quick. But okay, yeah, sorry, just to clarify. So I think that the move is something like this. And now we've just had this massive correction. Or maybe even this with like sort of a weird wave 4, but now this would make sense as a wave 5. So it would have to be like some sort of triangle here. But no, I think it's more likely that this is just a very, very long correction. So one more drop and then we go up. But in the longer run, this to me is definitely a new one too. So yeah, this goes higher, much higher in my opinion, like whatever above 40K. So similar to this, like this was the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We corrected, and now it's a 1, 2 again. I'm not drawing this to scale. Okay, so Ethereum, I think, has a very, very, very similar movement. Basically, we had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now a drop, and we do have this same channel throw over. I think it was okay, so I'll do that in lower time frames, but basically we've had something like this. B is a little short, but it's not invalid. And yeah, this was exactly the 0.5 fib. So honestly, extremely likely in my opinion that this does break down. Yeah, but even in the case of Ethereum, no, I think the count is slightly different because I think we had no, wait, I think that it will be clearer if I do it like this. Sorry. So yeah, we had the first move. I mean, this was the first move. Again, this is like a very, very long-term increase. And then now we have the smaller ones here. So now we begun another one here. So something like this, basically, right? I'll just use different colors just to, I guess, sorry. Yeah, I guess it'll be slightly easier just to see what I mean. Just a second, sorry. I should have done this beforehand. I don't know why I'm being lazy. So I'll just do this one larger degree, make it kind of less visible. So yeah, basically we're at this like big long-term wave 3. So yeah, something like this, and now we're doing this like tiny 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But honestly, I think both of these go to new all-time highs. Local bottom was in, absolute bottom was in actually, and yeah. So I think we have a short-term retracement and then a big upward movement. So yeah, I'll give it up to Ankit now, and then I'll guess I'll follow with a few other altcoins.
Thanks, Valdrin, for the analysis. And let me just share my screen. Uh, I guess it is visible now. Okay. So my thoughts on BTC are not quite extensively different, but just like to point out that the weekly time frame is not very conclusive right now, to my liking, because we have already tested twice or thrice uh, the level which was the all-time high or the last high of the candle which I was looking at, which was at around 31K, and we are just sitting besides the below weekly level on the horizontal level on the weekly time frame here, which is at 32.2 something, 32.3. So we do not have any confluence of this thing breaking out because the resistance is right above, and this BlackRock news, ETF news was, pretty huge. And I thought that there should be enough of a trigger to move the market in the right direction, in the upwards direction, but it hasn't been able to do so for now. And obviously, the I have I was also looking at the there is divergence at 3 time frame which I have drawn here, and we haven't yet broken it. And basically, the thoughts are the same. The last time also I had spoken about this, which range I was considering on the 3 time frame, and we are just below it, and we haven't done anything. The market has been really choppy, and what one more thing which makes me bearish for now is, as Warren just suggested about the long wick. But to give it a little more perspective from my side, I was taking this resistance into uh, consideration. But even if I have to remove that level, see, we had a daily close above this high here, which was the level, and we closed back inside it on the next day, which was 4th July. So we closed back below inside that level. So in my opinion, this looks to me as like a failed breakout in a sense for on the daily time frame. So I'm not very sure about this, if this is going to break out anytime soon. Maybe retest the level this green box support is holding for now, and I still consider that there can be a deeper pullback than that, around 28K level, which is the level which I have marked by the dotted line here. The 4 hour time frame also, if I have to see a lower range, because I love to trade in ranges, that's why I make ranges every day. So uh, this was the range. You can see the levels here marked out, and this level has been tested, support has been tested, the resistance has been tested, but this failed breakout thing is, not giving me enough confidence to long it here. I mean, I would say if the price is around about to break down, and if it reclaims back inside this range, if something like this happens and it reclaims back and this is retested again, then I can, buy it here around 29.8K level. Then I would look to buy it around if this range is reclaimed, but not now. Not I wouldn't be comfortable enough to, long it uh, when things are looking bearish to me. So basically, what I want to say is I'm not afraid of losing a 5% trade into you know, in the upside direction, because a major resistance is just above this level. So I would be much more comfortable if I can see some reclaim of this weekly level at 32.3K, and then I can try and take it to 35K, but that's also not very far away. So uh, I would probably miss the bull move based on my opinion, but I'll rather be conservative enough to buy the dip than to trying to blindly long the uh, aggressive pullback into the resistance level. So that's it for me on the Bitcoin front. I mean, uh, Bitcoin can basically have a much healthier pullback into 28K and maybe into this level again. 26.6 and 28K level are the two levels that I'm looking for this pre-break uh, breakout level, which was just 28K level, and the last known support, which was at 26.6. So that is what I'm looking at to buy Bitcoin at if we get a healthier correction. But for now, yeah, I'm staying on the sidelines on Bitcoin front. For Ethereum, I mean, talking about Ethereum here, we are obviously where we had started the last stream from. We had a pull back from the resistance level at 1934, which was mentioned in the last stream, and we are just sitting there. And this was a failed breakout. So on Ethereum, I'm not very. Bitcoin, I can also think about punting on the lower time frame, but on Ethereum, I'm not punting anytime soon. So because this failed breakdown on the weekly level is not very convincing to me, firstly, and secondly, the monthly support which was there, I can actually see that being tested again. Uh, on the 3 year time frame, the resistance is just above. The weekly is at 1765, which I suppose should be tested at in the near future, maybe in the next week or maybe this week itself. 1765 is the level to look out for, and 1677 is the level. So, I mean, there is not a lot of things to say about Ethereum right now because of the bearish outlook. The daily is also, I mean, this was the level which it had broken out of, and this all turned out to be a failed breakout in a way. So, unless there is another attempt to break out of this level, I won't be hunting in Ethereum anytime soon. And I will probably look to buy it at 1677 at the monthly support or the weekly support sometime somewhere here. Or maybe if at the daily time frame, if I have to look at if this was a support, yes. I mean, this is still support level at 1820 to 1790. So it's very choppy. The market is very choppy right now. So I wouldn't be very comfortable buying it here. But based on the price action, if this is looking to be a failed breakout to me, so I actually want some kind of, you know, a close above 900 level, 900, 920. I guess it is 920, 30 level. This is the level which I want Ethereum to reclaim again, to uh, try and buy again and not lose it again. Turn this level into a support. So until then, the thoughts are bearish on Ethereum also. As for ETH BTC, I mean, my view on Ethereum is much more clearer when we see the ETH BTC chart. The weekly time frame is showing lower highs, and lower lows. And this is the level 0.056 level is something that should hold. But this bleeding out Ethereum is not very convincing for me to uh, have some confidence in Ethereum more than BTC. So I wouldn't be. I mean, the whole of the market with the news coming out and BTC looking bearish, providing a failed breakout on the daily time frame. Ethereum also, I'm not very comfortable with the market right now to be a buyer. Uh, and I would like to look at the deeper levels to buy it. So I have explained, I've told about the levels for BTC, it's 28K and 26.6, and we'll judge the price action there. For Ethereum, it's around 1790. Maybe I wouldn't be able to bring myself to buy there also, but still it's a support level, so should be monitored. Maybe I'll be much more comfortable buying it at the monthly support. So yeah, that's it from my side for now. Uh,
Yeah,
so
thanks for that. Thanks for that. I
yeah,
guess I can do just a few altcoins real quick, so, and then 3 or 4 minutes, then I'll give it back to Ankit. So yeah, just a second. Okay, so just to add to that Ethereum BTC chart by Ankit. So as you can see, the Bitcoin dominance rate, which is pretty inverse with BTC, I mean, has broken out from this key level, and there's basically no resistance until here. So like sure, like a short-term rejection at the 0.382 can occur, but still, I mean, this does look bullish for a move up to here. But again, this does not mean that there are no altcoins which can pop off. And my favorite one by far is Link, Chainlink right now, because so for one, I think that it completed a very long-term correction because I mean this does look like a okay, so three really strong reasons. The first is this triangle here. Now triangles are usually wave 4, and the fact that we have it here, it means that the 5-wave move was complete. And if we go from the top, it's probably an ABC. But the next reason, which actually this should have been the first one because I think it's more important, is basically the reclaim here. So deviation and reclaim. So whenever you have a range such as this, which has been in place for more than a year, and you have a breakdown, then you expect a really sharp move to the downside, correct? But since the price did the exact opposite, it just reversed and reclaimed this level here. It means that this is a failed breakdown, and now we will see a sharp move to the upside. So honestly, I think Link goes way into double digits. Like I would be really surprised if it doesn't like reach 20 something, you know. So at least like this 1923 region and potentially higher. But yeah, in general, I'm extremely bullish on Link. And also, if you look at the BTC pair, it doesn't really show any bullish reversal signs yet, but it's extremely oversold. So RSI, it's at an all-time low. It's basically the first time it fell actually this low, and now it did this similar reclaim, sort of the same as the price action. So again, no price pattern actually, but once the price manages to clear this, if it does, or even just reclaim this, I think it can move higher. And the one which I thought was interesting, but again hasn't broken out yet, is Dogecoin. I know it's a meme shitcoin, but still, like these can move up, just because I mean it's a 800-day resistance line, and then this is a 400-day horizontal area. So like whichever of these breaks, it's gonna like really either like crash massively or just pump massively. I think it pumps, to be honest, just because I'm maybe a short-term drop here and then a pump. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's it on my side for today.
Yeah, I also had to talk about Link, but you just covered that. So I'll talk about LTC there. Uh, I mean, LTC, I was very bullish on when it had broken out of this weekly level, when it had cleared this $100 weekly level, and I was like, okay, we are getting some pump now. But now, since the halving is coming, and there are a lot of questions about LTC in the Telegram community also, and I was looking at them and I was like, okay, historically, LTC has always jumped near the halving, and all the pre-halving rally which was supposed to be there has gone out in flames. So I guess this was the whole rally which there had to be this 55% rally, uh, and we won't have any rally for LTC uh, until this 101 level, $101 level is reclaimed back. So for all the people asking me questions and DMing me about LTC, please, my advice would be not to buy it right now, not at least at this level, because it has provided a failed breakout from this range, and those are not the setups you want to take, and you do not want to buy a race space. So that was LTC. Uh, Link, let me, I mean, my thoughts aren't very different from Valdrin on Link because of this, because I was looking at this. There was a weekly support down at 4.45, which it didn't test. And when we get strong support like that run over and not being tested, and we get a reclaim into back inside the range. I mean, it was a quite a long period of consolidation from 20, I mean, 13th May uh, last year. It's quite a long time of consolidation period, and I mean, this is all accumulation to me. And a failed break like this, a failed breakdown like this is generally are a very good setup. So I would say if we get anything like a pullback of some sorts, I'm hoping for that because I want to buy this. If we get some kind of pullback like this, I would, you know, at least in this range, talking about the shorter time frame, not speaking on the weekly time frame, but at this time frame, I would, strictly speaking about the range, I would like to buy it at 5.5 around and drag it up to 9.3, the mid range, the first target, and the final target for this range play out will be 9.3. And if we maybe hold it longer if we get to break out from this range. And obviously, we'll have a much higher targets for them. Yes, 18, 19 level, which Holden has suggested yes, is the most apt level. I would like to spread it up to here at least. So yeah, I mean that's all for my side. Uh, so see you again next week, probably in the next stream. And if you have any questions, if you get any questions right about now, I'll be happy to answer those. But seeing if we are not getting any questions, so yeah, this will be from our side from this stream. And see you guys again next time.
Yeah, thanks a lot for
Okay,
joining, everyone.
see ya.
Bye.